Ice Cream Conversation. Ice Cream Conversation. Let's go. Forever on the grind all day, every day. Ice Cream Convos, always real, they never play. Download the podcast, listen on any day. Why didn't I do this sooner? Only thing you ever say. Xaviera, best host of all time. All of the faithful listeners will say they never lie. Check every story they run, like me with the rhymes. When other shows report anything, it should be a crime. Entertainment news, yeah, I gotta get mine from ICC, and you should be inclined to do the same if you got half a mind. I do co-sign this lady to shine like Frankenstein. Cut it today design. IceCreamConvos.com. Tune in, yeah. This influence by IceCreamConvos.com.
Welcome to the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I'm your host, Xaviera.
And I'm your co-host, Karla.
And as always, be sure to subscribe and rate our podcast wherever you listen and let others know why you enjoy the show. We always encourage you to be a part of the Ice Cream Convos Podcast by sharing your thoughts and comments in the comment section wherever you listen. So we do have a silent partner today. That's probably going to be not so silent.
Not a silent partner, though.
The unsilent partner. So my grandbaby Eve is in the room with me today while I am recording. So if you hear some extracurricular noise or you start hearing me talk through my teeth at any point during the podcast, that is why. But let me just go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. Let her get it out of her system. Eve, you want to come say hi? Hurry up. Come on. Hurry. All right. I'm going to pass you the microphone and I just want you to say, hi, Ice Cream Convos Podcast.
Hi, Ice Cream Convos Podcast.
No. I need you to put that enunciation on there. Say hi.
Hi.
Ice Cream Convos Podcast.
Ice Cream Convos Podcast.
My name is Eve.
My name's Eve.
I'm 3.
I'm G.
You how old?
G.
Okay. And what do you like to do?
Play all day.
And what's your job?
The play.
And what's Sugar's job?
The work.
There it is. And you're going to be quiet while we record today, right?
Yes.
All right. And tell everybody thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Tell them have a good day.
Have a good day.
All right. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Aw, too sweet.
All right. Hopefully that was enough to get it out of her system and we can have a productive podcast today. Oh, man. So, Karla, how you been, girl?
I've been pretty good. Just kind of the Mother Nature got me confused, but I'm pretty good. I mean, it's like hot, then cold, then hot, then cold. It's pretty cold up here. We're sitting at like 40 degrees this morning, and tomorrow I think it's supposed to be like 75.
Listen, I don't know what song to sing when I go outside. Usually in the wintertime when I go outside, I'll be like, when it's cold outside, girl. But I'm going outside like, when it's cold out, it's getting hot in here.
Oh, shut up. You rubbing it in.
I want to take my clothes
Yeah,
out.
listen. But y'all have it too, though. But it just seems like it's opposite.
Oh, no. I'm saying that's literally how each day goes. Like in the morning.
I'm waiting for hot.
Listen, we touching hot a little bit because it'd be like 70s and stuff. But one thing about up top, that's where my heart is. But I don't really be liking y'all like the way I used to. Because one thing about up top is literally like, really?
What?
I'm asking you to be quiet. Okay. Inside voice. Oh, girl, I feel like we need to start this podcast over because she is sending me over the edge. Hold on. She's going to have to go in there with Poppy. I don't care if she like it or not. Come on. Hold on. All right, Punky, come on. You got to go with Poppy. I'm sorry. Come on. Just be a good girl. Come on, get the phone. Hey.
Poppy.
You want to go with Poppy, or do you want me to take you home?
I was in here.
Okay, come on, let's go with Poppy. Come on.
I was in here though.
No, you being hard-headed. Do you want to go to the park today?
Yes.
Well, come on. Go in here with Poppy. Come on.
I was in here.
Come on. You can take my phone, but you need to go in there with Poppy. Come on. Till I get done. I won't be long. No crying, because we're going to the park later. Poppy, you're going to hang out in here while I record the podcast. Yeah. No, ma'am. I gave it my best shot. No. She was over there talking about, hey, girl, what you
That's
with
what
her
she was
dolls.
doing,
She was playing with the dolls. She was like, hey, girl. Yeah, some. Nope. All right, let's start over.
All right.
Oh
gosh.
I can't. That's where my stress come in, by trying to accommodate everybody. Like, she's like,
yeah.
And then I'm trying to accommodate her.
Well, that part, I will say, you set yourself up. That was added stress, but the other part's not added. You actually going and getting her. You know, it's little, but you add it on when you let her stay in the room. Now, I ain't gonna. You let it. Yeah, now you did set yourself up a little bit, but that's what mom. I would have did the same thing. That's what grandmoms do. That's probably why they always stress. My toe probably was so stressed out. Sorry to me.
Always got to go get your ass.
Shit, she still got to bail me out.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my grandbaby. All right, let's start. Okay, now I gotta remember that we gotta start over. Hold on, let me write down the time. I'm gonna start at 6. I'm gonna start at 6, so I know exactly. Okay. Welcome to the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I'm your host, Xaviera.
And I'm your co-host, Karla.
And as always, we thank you for being a part of today's show. No, wait. What the hell am I talking about? All right, hold on. 6:30. Look, 6:30. See how now I'm off. Hold on. Let me start at 6:30. Lord, now I'm off. Because if I don't write down to start at 6:30, I'm gonna forget and leave this in there.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I'm your host, Xaviera.
And I'm your co-host, Karla.
And we thank you for tuning into today's show. Be sure to subscribe and rate our podcast wherever you listen, and let others know why you love the show. And we encourage you to be a part of the show by sharing your thoughts and comments in the comment section of wherever you listen to the podcast. I think that sounds right. That don't sound right. I guess so. Y'all know what I meant. If y'all knew the stress levels I dealt with this morning as we started this podcast, you would excuse me going.
You all right, girl. You are right. You are right.
Oh,
listen,
man.
we understand. We understand.
So, Karla, how you doing?
Man, listen, this weather got me all types of confused. That's why I'm telling you, we understand. I feel like the hot, then the cold, then the cold, then the hot got us all messed up. I don't know whether to wear a coat or a jacket, some Uggs or some, like, you just don't know what to wear.
No, you don't.
Like,
I feel like God's up in heaven, like, y'all watch this. Oh, she thought she was wearing that today. Watch this.
That's so funny you said that, because real quick, like, we sit there and we stalk the weather, like we're on our phones. Like, as humans, we stalk weather reports. And I remember Grandma always saying, like, man, God, you better look out the window. These meteorologists don't know God.
Yep.
And he's showing us. He's showing us.
Yes, he is. He is literally, because you know, like, I like to sing the weather, right? So in the winter, you know, my song is "When it's cold outside, girl, who are you holding?" And then in the summer, I'm like, "It's getting hot, it's getting so hot." So now, down here in Atlanta, I go outside in the morning, like, when it's cold outside. By 12 o'clock, I'm like, it's getting hot. It's getting so hot. So,
yo, that's so a TikTok. That's
Yeah.
such a
So
like,
listen, the best advice that I can give anyone in this climate change ass era that we are in
yes,
is to dress in layers and just peel
yeah,
them off accordingly throughout the day.
straight up, because you can always add or you can
Hey.
peel off, like you said. But if you don't have those layers, you ass out.
Yeah, literally.
Because if you're in the hoodie and it can start getting hot and you ain't got nothing on but that hoodie, like what you gonna do?
Shout out to everybody who grandma ever told them, you wearing that? All right, now when you catch some cold in your ass, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yo, do you remember what about sitting on cold concrete? Was that
yes, my grandma used to get on me about that too.
Yeah. See, I thought that was just a. So do you think that's an up top thing? Y'all know. Let us know that y'all grandmoms used to get on y'all about sitting on cold concrete. Now, what was your grandmom's exact words if you sit on cold concrete?
I can't remember her exact words, but it left me believing that something was going to go severely wrong with my booty region.
Yes.
I don't know if it was
hemorrhoids. I think I was so good. Yes, hemorrhoids. That's exactly what it was. Mm-hmm. You just triggered it. So we was on the same. Yo, let us know, y'all, because I'm wondering if that's like a cultural thing.
Matter of fact, let us know all the warnings your grandma gave you.
Oh God, that's a whole pot. Yo, listen, that's a whole show. Think about it. Grandmoms be knowing.
They do. And I'm about to start hitting Eve with the same rhetoric. I sure am.
Not rhetoric, though.
I sure am about to start hitting her with the same.
That's what these kids need, though.
They do. They need that old school. Because listen, this is not a dig at the young grandmas, because I guess in the grand scheme of things, I'm a young grandma, I guess. But
what you mean? You guess?
Yeah, but like
you're a young grandmama.
As a kid, your grandma was already old when you met her.
Yo,
you ain't get to see the aging process.
No, that's you know what? She
was already old when you met her.
But you know what? Okay, I can say that for one grandma, but for the other, because I come from, my mom was young, very young when she had me.
See, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so they was either middle age, either like 50, 55, something like that, or they was just already old when you met them, right? But these super young grandmas, like,
man,
they not gonna give the kids that old school that they need, man. I feel like that old school is what keep me grounded, and that old school is what keep me out of a lot of mess.
Facts. No, that's the truth though. Like, especially what's going on now. You said keep you in a lot of mess.
Yeah. Like, listen, I know, because I was raised old school, I know that the minute the weather change up, I see a sniffle or somebody cough or sneeze one time too many, it's time to start dousing them with cod liver oil. Like, y'all young grandmas don't know that.
Yo, straight up. Listen, and you go real far back in the day, like people was getting tablespoons of castor oil for everything. That wasn't my generation. See, I'm so lucky I've never experienced that, but I heard plenty of my friends and cousins had to.
Man, listen, castor oil was in my ministry. Cod liver oil was in my ministry. God forbid I get a severe or deep cut. Who going to the hospital? Iodine and peroxide.
Yes.
Like, listen, I got scars
now. You good?
Okay, I got scars on me right now that should have been stitched up. Iodine and peroxide got red all over everything.
Beauty mark, man. Listen, they did what they had to do. And you think about it though, right? Like all of that stuff, you were pretty healthy, right?
Yeah. Because listen, I used to go outside and drink off of a rusty hose when we was outside playing, and not one time did I get a tetanus shot.
Don't even talk about it. You remember that?
Okay.
Listen,
I still remember the taste of the rusty water.
Stop real quick, and then we'll get off of this. We used to take this when I was in elementary school. We used to take this little back way, like where I live at. There's a creek, so we call ourselves I guess we thought we was just nature, whatever, hiking. So one day we decide like the creek is like in the middle, and then like on the sides there's hills. So as we're walking, it's like a PVC pipe, and there's water streaming out of this water. Child, we was drinking from there. I have no clue to this day where that water came from. I am so ashamed of myself.
You're gonna see a commercial that say, if you or a loved one drank out of a PVC pipe in between a little creek.
You You wrong.
You may be entitled to compensation.
Yeah, you dead wrong. Man, listen, shout out to all the homies. It was a few of us. Girl, you couldn't tell us that wasn't. We didn't know where that water was coming from. Girl, we had to take our cup, our little hands to be. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell was I drinking? Child, could have been all types of toxic lead.
Listen, all of it.
Legionnaire, everything just caught up in it. Like, what is going on?
Your ass start twitching out of nowhere. You just call me. I don't know what to tell the people. She drank out the PVC pipe. I don't know what to tell the people. You start twitching, call me. Tell them to call me. All right. So today we have a lot of topics to cover. The title of today's podcast, which is episode 377, is Broken Promithis.
You know what? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
My plan was to say that with a straight face. But yeah, so we do have a lot of ground to cover. We are going to talk about Kiely Williams versus Chris Brown versus everybody. We are going to talk about who's pregnant.
Yes.
What funkified rapper is pregnant? That was a horrible clue. That was easy. That was real easy. We'll tell you what child star is now clapping back at people over her OnlyFans page. I'll tell you that. And I will tell you what hip hop mogul owes an Instagram comedian a bag.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. We'll also get into some good news. We'll tell you why some of y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves. We'll talk about some TV stuff. And I want to talk about Ant-Man. Marvel, okay. I'm sorry I got to do it to you, baby. I'm sorry. I'll be like, I'm coming to you as a woman. But yeah, we'll talk about that a little later. But I want to go ahead and start today's podcast by sending my prayers and condolences to the family of Richard Belzer. Many of us know and love Richard Belzer as Detective Munch.
Yes. Oh, poor Munch. Gosh.
Yo, it's just so wild. But let me tell you something about. Well, I was about to call him Munch, but let me tell you something about Richard Belzer. His friend said that he was there with Richard when Richard, transitioned to his heavenly home or wherever he decided to go. And his last words were "F-U-M-F-er" or something like that. And I was like, only Richard Belzer will go out.
Yes. Oh, that's so kind. That's kind of dope, though. Like, I always feel like Munch wasn't that far away from his real person.
No, not at all. And I think that's why he enjoyed the role so much.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Belzer, not only was he an actor from Law and Order SVU, some of us know him from Homicide: Life on the Streets, depending on how deep in the game you were.
Yeah.
Yo, Homicide: Life on the Streets was my show. Yeah. Lord, Andre Bauer and all them, man.
Yeah. It was a good show. I wasn't like a diehard, but like I've watched it a few times. I remember it. It was a classic.
Yeah. I used to love that show so much. And then when it left, I was heartbroken. But then, my good Uncle Dick Wolf, started bringing back some more stuff for us to sink our teeth into. So just sending my prayers and condolences to the family of Richard Belzer. As far as our prayer list is concerned, definitely want to send up prayers for Tom Sizemore. He is in critical condition after suffering a brain aneurysm. Now, nothing in this life scares me more than a brain aneurysm. Nothing. And not aside from death itself, a goddamn brain aneurysm. Every time I have a headache, I'll be like, Lord, is this it? It's just so scary because they just come out of nowhere. They're so unsuspecting.
Right.
So his publicist basically said, it's a watch and wait type of situation. Usually those situations pretty much are. The fact that he's still with us is a blessing in itself because a lot of times it
can be. I actually know 3 people that survive aneurysms. So it's a timing thing. It's one of those things like you have a very short time between like getting to the hospital.
Sort of like a stroke, like that.
It's actually kind of I think with an aneurysm it's worse because it's actually a blood vessel that has ruptured. So it's like like you step on the hose. Let's say you're stepping on a water hose at both ends, and it's just going to bubble, and then you got to get But yeah, I actually know someone our age that had one, and there's no real I don't think she has any real disabilities. I haven't talked to her in a couple years, but then I know someone else who for the rest of their life. It did affect their walking and stuff like that. And
wow.
yeah, so it's, but yes, you're right. A lot of times it's people don't survive.
Yeah, so we definitely want to send up prayers for Tom. I also want to send up prayers for Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis, we now know that he has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. And it's just so super heartbreaking just to know, because, you know, first things first, I have a special love for Bruce Willis because number one, he a Jersey boy. You know what I'm saying?
Jersey.
And you know what I'm saying? And then also he's literally from the area where my grandfather lived, like Carney's Point.
Aww.
So, you know, and it's funny because he got in a lot of trouble, I think, when he was a teenager, because he like ran through town streaking butt ass naked.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so he got in trouble, like a lot of trouble when he was a teenager, because, you know, back then, oh my gosh, like running through town naked. Oh gosh. Yeah. And lastly, I want to go ahead and extend my prayers to Cameron, who is mourning the passing of his mother, Frederica Giles. And it's so funny because when he did share the news of her passing, he said, you know, that he contemplated whether or not he was going to share the news, but he ultimately decided to share the news because his mother loved social media so much. Apparently she had a stroke in 2007. And when she had the stroke, it left her partially paralyzed and it impacted her speech. So, you know, because of those two conditions, she kind of like leaned into social media. That's where she gets to interact with people. She gets to talk to people. It doesn't matter. Her paralysis doesn't matter. Her speech impediment doesn't matter. And she like built this whole community on social media of her like online friends that people, and he says she got to the point where she would be calling him like, you need to get such and such, such and such and such and such inside the show. He like, Ma, you don't know these people. He was like, yes, I do. That's my Instagram friend. They coming to the show. You need to get them in. So he like,
that's so sweet.
He got to let a trail of strangers into his show because of his mama. So, you know, I thought that was really cute. And it just shared a lot about her personality, you know?
Yeah, for real.
So my condolences to Cam. Yeah. And may Miss Frederica Giles, may she rest in heavenly peace. Yeah. But so let's go ahead and take a quick break, because apparently my neighbors decided to get some landscaping done. Like I don't do a podcast today. So I'm about to go outside, put this landscaper in the chokehold. How dare they have a manicured lawn? It ain't that hot. The grass ain't growing yet.
Word. It's still winter. What are y'all doing?
Listen. So let me go outside and put this landscaper in a chokehold real quick. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Kiely Williams and Chris Brown and all the drama that his new collaboration with Chloe Bailey has caused. Well, we'll talk about it if I don't get arrested out here when I can. Listen, y'all got Karen, but you about to meet Karen-Nisha. I'm not coming outside to find out why you're trying to do landscaping while I'm recording the podcast.
Yeah, not Karen-Nisha though. Yeah, you stupid.
So we will be right back. Okay. All right, guys, we are back. As always, we encourage you to be a part of the show by sharing your thoughts and comments in the comment section wherever you listen to the podcast. All right, Karla. So I'm gonna need everybody to pull out their pens and pads for this one, because we about to go down the rabbit hole with this one.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Get ready, y'all.
So first, it started when Chloe Bailey announced that she had a new collaboration coming out with Chris Brown. It's a song, and hold on, I forgot the name of the song that fast. I'm pulling it up real quick. I think the song is a song title that we've heard already. It is called "How Does It Feel." I knew it. Okay. What is it? D'Angelo. How does it feel?
Yes, classic.
Okay. So she releases this artwork of her and Chris Brown, and they are both wearing black, and they're standing face to face, and his hands are on her hips, and her hands are kind of like on his forearms, and it's a very intimate photo where their heads are kind of touching a little bit. And Kiely Williams got real big mad. Well, now I'm not just going to put it on Kiely Williams. I'm going to say Twitter got really upset about this forthcoming collaboration. They even called out Beyonce. They were just saying, like, seriously, because, you know, the public kind of looks at Chloe and Halle as Beyonce's proteges because, she signed them to her label. And, and many of us remember Chloe and Halle when they used to be on YouTube as little babies with their little guitars. And they used to be singing little songs and things, right? With the guitar. And, so a lot of us remember them from that. So it's kind of, and we'll talk about that a little later again, where when you see someone when they're young and you watch them grow up and then grow into especially girls, grow into their sexuality and grow into their adulthood. For some of us, it's a hard pill to swallow. Mm-hmm. And the adjustment takes a little longer than we expected it to, right? So with Chloe, True. People are very protective of her image. She's often criticized for being over sexualized. The girl grown. I guess she can, I feel like sometimes she do a lot, but I'm a grandmom now. So I'm looking at things differently and I understand and I respect that. But for the younger generation, that's what they go up for. Yes. Serve them. That's the energy.
Right. True.
Social media was a little upset that Chloe was doing this collaboration with Chris Brown. And you still have people who feel like Chris Brown is a habitual line stepper. You still have the people who are upset about, the incident with Rihanna. You have people who just are upset with Christopher Brown for an array of things, right?
Yeah.
And so Kiely Williams, formerly of 3LW, I know you're sick and tired of the broken Promithis, Kiely, she took to Twitter and she had a really, really big voice when she wrote, let him come out with his own record. So genius, so captivating that it makes us all forget he beats women. He can't, so he won't. So what does he do? He slowly creeps back into the mainstream by getting small nods for features on Black women's merit. Black women who are more, hold on, did she write a little bit more than this? Hold on. Like she just got a little,
right.
Okay.
She got some.
Yeah, Black women who are more talented, more worthy, and give him the okay. I'm swatting the effing air right now. Garbage and 3 puking emojis. And she attached this outrage to Chloe's original tweet where she announces her forthcoming single with Chris Brown, which arrives actually on Friday, February 24th. Mm-hmm. So when Kiely voiced this particular outrage, honey child, it opened up a can of worms and mess. Oh Lord, it opened
a whole
up
mess,
a dumpster fire, as what I would like to call it.
Right.
Yeah. So first things first, the first thing that happened was Chris Brown took to his Instagram, and I tell you guys every single week, and I'm going to continue to do so. If you pay attention and keep your mouth closed and your eyes open, you will see everything unfold, but you will see it on a deeper level. So what Chris Brown attempted to do was he attempted to clap back at Kiely, but do it in a manner where it was almost where it appeared that he was trying to take the high road. Like when you want to clap back at somebody, but you want to do it in such a classy way that it looks like you're taking the high road, even though you're ultimately still clapping back.
Well, that's why it doesn't work both ways. You get what I'm saying? It don't. Yeah. That's the part where like people frauding. Either you're taking the high road or you're taking the low road, right? It's like really no in between. But I'm not knocking either one, but I'm saying like you can't.
Well then, okay. Yeah, you're right. Because when I call myself trying to read people back on Twitter or Instagram,
yeah, deep
or
down
Facebook,
inside you're checking them, but you're just doing it in a more
no, because it's based off of the logic you just handed. If I respond, even if I try to do it in a respectable, business-like, uppity way, I'm still clapping back.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
but my eyes was open to see how you tried to shoot me bail. That's what best friends do.
Yeah,
My best friend tried to shoot me some bail. So, okay. All right. And one thing I noticed about this podcast, just sidebar, the more and more we talk about different things, the more and more I see how much of a hypocrite I am in life.
No, we all are.
Oh,
every last
man.
one of us, listen, we all are. And the only time you really, really know is when somebody call you out on it, or you do a little bit of self. Yeah, we all get those moments. We like, damn, that shit ain't ain't in town, right? Like,
oh, okay. So back to Chris Brown and Kiely. Okay, so Chris Brown took to Instagram and he went to his Instagram story. Now, mind you, just to put it in perspective, Chris Brown is overseas on the European leg of his Under the Influence tour. Okay. So I knew it would take a little bit of time before he saw this, but I knew the Chris Brown being the Chris Brown that Chris Brown been browning, that he was going to take some time to respond to this woman. And he did it, but God bless him, because he tried his best to try to keep it classy and cute.
Yeah, he did.
First, he did. He kicked it off by writing, I'm getting kind of tired of your broken Promithis. Then he wrote, obviously, you are at a point in your life where you are either very broken or broken. The fact that you have to speak negatively about me makes you look so lame. Your life and career must suck right now. Minding your business would have been best, but I guess you don't have a business or a real job that makes you financially stable. I feel more embarrassed for you and your actual maturity. Now,
yeah,
can we go to the blackboard right now and keywords here?
Yeah.
Listen, here's my pen, because I'm going to the board.
I got a whole blackboard right here. You gotta make me full.
All right, get your chalk, girl. So first things first. So first we see where Christopher, because listen, I don't even know where I want to start with this.
Yeah,
let's just point out the points first. Okay, we're gonna point the points first. First, he said he used keywords like negatively. Okay. Yes,
but then chose to use negativity for everything. Yes.
Yes. Come on, Christopher. Okay.
Crazy.
He used the word lame.
Right.
Yes. He kicked off the post with, I'm getting kind of tired of your broken Promithis.
Shade from the rip.
Okay. Then we go to the point where Chris makes an assumption that the girl does not have a real job or she's financially unstable.
Yo, straight low blows. I mean, not even no facts behind it, nothing. Just slander.
Wait, she doesn't. No, he insinuated that she doesn't have a business, a real job, or if she's financially stable, which is almost a quadruple hit because she's a mother. She has multiple children.
Yes.
So you can't even provide for your children, but you want
he wild for that. Yeah, I
talking about me. Okay, now let's break it down one more time. He used words like embarrassed.
Yes.
Okay. And then he used the word maturity.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Jesus, that's hilarious.
That's the one right there. That's the
one. That's the one right there. Maturity. Okay. So Chris questions whether this woman has a business, a real job, whether she's financially stable. He says that her life must be very broken. Okay. Her life must suck right now.
I mean, who said yes?
Okay. Now, mind you, how old is Christopher Brown? Please, Karla, research team, really quick.
Yeah, let me get to it. I want to say what 32, but I'm ready to look it up right now.
I'm gonna go for 33, but I'm just gonna throw it into the air. I'm going for 30.
You going for 33?
I'm going for 33.
Right, let me see how old Chris Breezy is.
How old is Christopher Brown?
Is 33.
Hey.
30.
All right. So at 33, we are saying people look lame. We are saying the word suck. Okay. So then after questioning whether or not she has a business, a real job, whether or not she's financially stable, the fact that she's embarrassing and he's embarrassed for her maturity.
Yeah,
his next post is a photo of her with it's a meme and it says, "Stop it." So now we're going back to attacking her alleged lisp, right?
Yes.
After we just got done talking about maturity, being lame, and all those great things. So the reason why I'm pointing all of this out is because what we are watching in Chris Brown, and I think this is actually the catalyst to all of the issues and drama that he faces throughout his life.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown is literally, and I know I don't have anything against Chris Brown, and I'm going to speak a little bit more to that in a minute. But what you're looking at is someone who is literally battling themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you remember how Trey was swinging in Boys in the Hood after the police?
Yeah.
Okay. That is what Chris Brown does every single day inside his mind, because there is a loving Chris Brown in there. There is a kind Chris Brown in there. There is a fun Chris Brown in there. There is a angry Chris Brown in there.
Yeah, it's unbalanced.
There is a chemical imbalance Chris Brown in there. There is a I might partake in a few different things throughout the day Chris Brown in there.
Oh yeah.
There's the dad in there, there's the son in there, there's the friend in there, there's the toxic boyfriend, there's the restraining orders in there. You have all these different, and he's literally battling all these different people because, like many of us, we are multifaceted, right? We are not just one thing all the time. But most of us are able to balance out who we are.
Right.
And then there are some people who can't balance out who they are, and you almost get a different version of them by the minute. And even in this post, you saw him try to take the high road, but then he want to clap back, and then he want to clown her, he want to drag her, but then he's trying to say, oh, I'm so embarrassed for your maturity, but then you insinuate the girl don't have a job and can't afford to take care of her family. It's like all these different things going on at the same time.
Yep.
But then I was like, okay, he attempted, and people were like, oh yeah, see, he read her so classily. That was so classy. But mind you, wherever you are in your life and in your own personal levels is what you will connect to, right?
Right.
Because I had a girl who got in my comments. I literally wrote on Twitter. Well, I'm here now, but Chris didn't stop here, because as he continued to clap back at Kiely, he went over to her Instagram page after writing this mature response. He goes over to her Instagram page and comments on a music video. Well, not a music video, but it was like a little dance video that she had. He posted a dozen tomatoes. The next comment, he wrote whack as F. Next comment, he wrote choo-choo train, put a train and a whole bunch of train smoke. Then in the next comment, he wrote Miss Amtrak. He was literally like spazzing out.
How immature. Very,
After
like a little temper tantrum. He's not getting a response. He's seeking attention at that point from her. Because how did she respond?
No.
Yeah. So that's what shout out to her. Because when you see somebody clearly like a Chris Brown, that's a useless war. That's a useless battle. Like, let him self-destruct.
So basically, she lit the fire, walked away, and let him put logs. Put logs on the fireplace.
Yeah. Which we know that he would do. Chris Brown got issues. I don't have anything personal against Chris Brown either. Like, and he's such a dope artist, but we'll never see
his full potential.
Ever. I truly believe in my heart. Because of the he's got some issues he needs to deal with, and at the end of the day, like, and I was so with Chris Brown. What I want to say is that from the beginning is just like I said about Tiffany Haddish, y'all gotta stop acting like y'all walking around here perfect and holding people like canceling people over mistakes when we all have made mistakes and nobody's the same person they were. Chris Brown is not the same Chris Brown he was. Now, what I will say is he's still got a lot of work to do. But I truly believe he's not that same guy. How many ever years it was that hit Rihanna? Do I still believe he still has some anger issues? Yes, but he's not that same guy. He would not repeat that.
All right, so let me piggyback off of that, because one of the points that I definitely, and I'm glad that you got to it, because I tend to beat around the bush and then chop the bush down and then trim it and try to plant it again and to beat around it again. I feel like, just like you, I feel like no one is exempt from forgiveness. No one is exempt from, well, no, I take that back, because there's some things I just ain't forgiven. I'm gonna keep it 100. But in cases, I'll use Chris Brown. Chris Brown is worthy of forgiveness, right?
Yeah.
For what he did to Rihanna, he is worthy of forgiveness. I feel like most people who make mistakes, I'm gonna say mistakes, because if you intentionally went to do something horrific and horrible to someone, I'm not going to grant you that grace. That's between you and God. Okay.
Right.
But if it was a genuine mistake, or if it's classified as a genuine mistake or as a mistake in itself, I don't feel like Chris Brown should be exempt from forgiveness. The issue that I have with Chris Brown, and many others have with Chris Brown, that I think he does not realize, anytime Chris Brown receives pushback or criticism, or an opportunity is taken from him, or he's blackballed in some type of way or canceled in some type of way, he immediately thinks everybody has gone back to 2009 when he was riding in that car with Rihanna in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
He in his brain, every single criticism of him dates back to January 2009.
Right.
When he was in that car with Rihanna.
But it makes sense though, because I'm sure Chris Brown still has people in his DMs are writing him still talking about that shit.
Okay, true to that. Yes.
You got some psychos, like you really got some people that like won't let it go.
Absolutely.
And I don't mean that in any way against Rihanna. Like and what I mean by let it go, meaning like we have to move on. Like you can't. She's moved on. She's moved on.
But the point that I'm going to make right now is that Christopher Brown needs to realize in 2009, you made a mistake in front of the whole world with Rihanna, right? Rihanna forgave you because sis was on jet skis with you like a month or two later, right? She forgave you. What I think what Chris Brown is missing, or it's flying over his head, or he's just turning a deaf ear and a blind eye to, is all of his infractions since then. And basically, we live in a world where, and I'm guilty of it myself, we live in a world where you made a huge F up, and then the dust settles, right? And now you in this Christmas, and you killing it. You in this Christmas, you done remade Donny Hathaway's classic "We Loving You." You doing Sprite commercials, all this. You back. Then here comes another infraction, right? So then when the other infraction comes, it's like, see, we knew you hadn't changed from the time you beat Rihanna.
Right.
And then dust settles. You start getting your footing again. Another infraction. And I think with Chris Brown, for some people, like you said, they're the psychos that's just hanging on to 2009. They don't want to hear nothing else. They don't want to see nothing else. That's it. You put your hands on the Barbadian queen. That is it. Right. Yeah. But then you have other people who, a large majority of people who are on Twitter right now, writing like his Carfax report of infractions. And they're like, no, Chris, it's not just this particular situation. It's you pushing Karrueche down a flight of steps. It's you stalking Karrueche. It's you being colorist. It's you blah, 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 blah. All these other things that he like, man, that ain't no big deal. So to me, that tells me that the only thing that he feels like he's ever really, truly, honestly done wrong was put his hands on Rihanna in 2009, because he's not acknowledging the ever growing, evolving, piling list of other infractions that just 2 weeks ago, he blatantly out of the blue attacked Robert Glasper on social media because Robert won a Grammy that he felt like he was supposed to have.
Right.
It's called Grammys, but that don't mean it belonged to me. It belongs to who won.
I know that's right. Yeah.
So here we go again. Now you're showing those signs again. You're showing those toxic signs again that you went over here and attacked. And girl, Robert that album down.
Yeah, I told
Thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah.
Robert earned that Grammy fair and square.
Yeah.
But then Chris went and literally attacked this man on social media out of the blue. What Robert did is what we can classify as maturity.
Right.
The man did not respond to you. He took that foolishness, made it a t-shirt, sold out, and gave money to charity.
Yep. Which is so awesome.
And he's still going to keep making music and probably going to get another Grammy.
Oh, absolutely.
And you grew his fan base by attacking him because now people are like, hey, Chris Brown attacked this man. You still got the people that's riding with Chris like, yeah, we don't know who the F he is, why he get the Grammy. But there is a large group of people like myself that was like, hey, let me go find out about this guy.
Right.
And I like the way that he handled this whole situation. So now I'm a new fan.
Yeah, it shows you the difference between a man and a boy. I mean, at the end of the day, it just comes down to maturity. With Chris, I feel like Chris is stuck. He's stuck. It's immaturity, and there's mental. He's got anger issues. And usually people with anger issues blame everybody else, and they don't like to accept accountability for what they've done. And I think that's what it is with him. Like, he just doesn't want to accept accountability. And I get everything you said is right. I believe people feel a certain type of way because of his behavior, but a lot of his behavior, I believe, is due to just anger. It's just, he got anger issues he never dealt with. I'm not making excuses, but it is what it is. And he's got to accept it. People are going to feel how they feel. Some people are going to hold on to it forever. Some people aren't, but it shouldn't stop him from, evolving and trying to put in the work. That's the problem. Chris Brown hasn't put in the work or shown us the work. So that's why everybody, I think, feels the way they feel when something goes down like that. Like, I mean, even the colorism stuff, I don't know. I've heard about it. I've seen stuff. I heard something recently, but a lot of them are doing it. We're just hearing about Chris Brown. Like, to me, that, I
think with Chris Brown, like you said, like Chris Brown still has a huge following and a huge fan base of people who love and support him. I'm not opposed to Chris Brown. Like, Chris Brown drop his little tunes, I jam to little tunes, and I go about my business.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking about it last night, and I was like, yo, like, when I throw on like R&B, like my old school joints, for instance, I threw on my old, not even old school, excuse me, I threw on my R&B playlist, and Life Jennings' Must Be Nice came on. And when I tell you that used to be
classic,
my goddamn song, and someone who loves you despite your fault must be nice. Yes, I was in the car, and my face balled up. I was like, he was singing to Jeffrey Dahmer in jail.
You know what?
But here's the thing: social media. Like, I wish we could go back to the mystique, where I ain't know nothing about you except your music. Like,
it's tough.
It's
tough, but you can
away
do
from us.
It is, but you know what I've tried to do now? I always try to look at stuff like this, right? And it's still hard. Like, look at you or look at me, look at yourself. Like, damn, like they're gonna fuck up. The people you love are gonna fuck up, right? Period. So why don't we give our favorite celebrities that same grace or forgiveness? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying, because we know all their business now, the ones that we do know, it's like, all right, well, damn, I ain't really rhyme with you with that, but damn, I love you. So, like, depending on what it is, I mean, there's certain things that I just can't.
And
now, if it's something
that whole
like
separating the artist,
children or abuse, that's different. I'm not
separating the artist from the craft. Like, how capable are you of doing that? Like, separate, like, for instance,
I'm not. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go.
With me, it's not separation. With me, it's just realizing they're human. Like, they're just human that humans that are famous, that have a great talent. Like, I'm not even separating them. I'm just looking at them as a man or a woman. I'm trying to, because at the end of the day, like, I got people I love and I know they have done some effed up stuff, and there's some celebrities that I love. Why should I treat that differently?
I think for me,
depending on what it is,
for me, it's like, I think you know how I'm set up. once I cash out on the person, once I cash out, like Life Jennings is a prime example, and this is not not too much on Life, right?
Yeah.
But Life Jennings, when all I knew was that he had went to jail, he got out of jail, turned his life around, got signed, and gave us amazing music. I was like, yes, let's go, Life. Let's go.
Right.
Then Life went on a reality TV show and gave Carly Red a ring, and she fell out. And I was like, Life, what are you doing on Love and Hip Hop?
Right.
So then that's when I first started side-eyeing, like, bro, what we doing, bro? Like, the album's not moving. Then you start learning stuff about baby mamas and kicking in front doors and arrests and so on and so forth. And it's like, all right, come on, Life. Then you watch him get on social media and have temper tantrums and then try to woe is me and, oh, y'all film me singing off key. I feel like I don't even want to sing no more. I'm quitting social media, but I'm still here. But I'm quitting again, but I'm still here. I'm deleting my account, but I'm still here. Then you go through the whole like, oh, F y'all, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. Oh, I got robbed in Oakland because I was in the wrong part of town. They stole $100,000 worth of jewelry, but I ain't called the police. There's no police report on file though, but I could put $100,000 on their head to get my jewelry back. Like, bro, go sit down. Like the music don't, like when I hear Must Be Nice, like my brain.
It's not the same.
It's almost like
he wore you out.
It's almost like each artist, human being for that matter, but right now we, with celebrity news entertainment, so we're talking celebrity news entertainment. It's almost like each infraction goes into a file, and when I hear this music, the file opens up.
Okay,
and now I'm thinking like Kelly Price. Kelly Price used to be in my holy trinity. This chick pretended she was missing. and I know I'm paraphrasing because it goes much deeper than her pretending she was missing, but now like her songs don't hit the same to me. And I know that may be somebody somewhere like, girl, child, please shut up and just listen to the sound, but I can't. When I listen to,
I get it, it's definitely different.
Babe. R. Kelly, don't hit the same no more.
I think it depends on what it is for me and the situation, but I was just saying like the best thing to do, because the social media is here to stay. Only way that you're gonna be able to look at either that or just realize that they are like who they are. As long as it's not, like I said, if you ain't abusing kids, raping, or doing something to somebody's safety, like I've learned to just be like, because we're also in the era of clout chasing. Most of the stuff I see, I don't believe anyway. Yo, all that stuff you were saying about Life, that's clout chasing. What'd you say?
You so mature and stuff. I'm still out here telling people they life suck and they don't have a real job or a business and they financially unstable. You so mature. No, you ain't even mature.
No,
you with the hard T.
I'm trying, so believe me. No, because I understand everything you say and believe me. Like that's how I thought about Ye. Lil Wayne, the same thing. I went through a thing with Lil Wayne, right? But that's when I finally told myself, like, yo, I gotta remember, like, Dwayne Carter was a person before I learned to love Lil Wayne. Like, he came from the street. Why am I surprised at the ignorance that he spews now when, hey, it is what it is? I don't know, but I get it. I totally get it. It don't hit the same. Social media ruined it.
It sure did. Man, I just
ain't no Patty in the business back in the day.
Man, I ain't know nothing about Patty. I ain't know none of her business. None of it.
It's crazy. It is. I can only imagine if like New Edition had social when I was in love with New Edition. I probably would be. Oh yeah, I would, because I'm thinking about one of them right now. So it definitely plays a big part. I'm thinking about one right now.
Could you imagine if Instagram was around at the height of Bobby Brown, My Prerogative? Could you imagine those tweets look like Chris Brown's?
Yeah, they would. A little worse. A little bit. I think he might have been a little more intense.
Especially after he got arrested for hunching that girl on stage. Man, them tweets would have been lit.
Listen. Yeah, that is so funny. That I just like kind of went back and thought about that. That would have been hilarious. That would have been a mess, but yeah.
Ralph Tresvant would have been putting out quotes like those quotes like, "You better treat your woman right," or "I'm gonna come spend the night."
Man, listen.
Right. Yeah.
Change the game. But yeah, I mean, listen, that was a whole mess. That whole situation was a mess. I hate when people pull other people in, because then I'm like, poor Chloe Bailey. Like,
yeah, listen, Chloe, like all I would Chloe said, all I want to do is drop a single. God, yo, I didn't even think about Chloe. I'm like, this all the baby wanted to do is drop a single. I'm interested to see if the single's still gonna drop. Oh, of course it's gonna drop.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. No, you had a good question. Are anybody gonna care? No. She about to go and get Krishan Rock on the remix.
Speaking of Krishan, listen. So then when Chris Brown came back. Hold on, that's what I got. I gotta wrap this up. I gotta give you the whole picture. Oh Lord, because oh Lord. One thing about Chris Brown, he gives some good content. We could do a whole podcast on Chris Brown himself.
On Chris Brown alone, yes.
All right. So Chris Brown came back to social media because he was lit now. He mad. So he came back and he had something else to say. He said, if y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my whole entire ass. Now this the real Chris Brown. See that first Chris Brown, he was trying to tap into his Iyanla Vanzant, but no, this the real Chris Brown. He said, I'm effing 33. I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. You weird ass N-words are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Krishan beat the F out of each other in front of the world. But that's okay. It's entertainment. Y'all could SMD disrespectfully. Says we're all the cancel culture when these white artists that date underage women beat the F out their wives, giving bees AIDS. Oh, that's right. They're your buddies. No more fake love from me. Stay out of my way or get ran over. Simple as that. And none of you, and I mean none of you N-words, can F with me. Now, this is the Chris Brown we just spent the last 20 minutes discussing.
I would be so ashamed.
This is the Chris Brown we just spent this is why people say, look at him. It's somebody right now that was like, see, right? You know, when you turn your palm up and you point at something and you be like,
crazy.
See, this
mom should, man.
This is what we talking about right here.
Yeah, he's so disrespectful. He's very, very, very disrespectful. But that shows you the imbalance though. Look how he goes from like, I wonder if he's bipolar.
I would.
Because I mean, that's so disrespectful.
You just watched the escalation right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. He just spiraled.
First he started out trying to be in his Iyanla Vanzant bag.
Yeah. Then if you're grown, you don't announce your age. I'm sorry. Grown people don't announce how old they are.
Or what town they from. Like, I'm supposed to be scared because you're from Detroit. Yeah. Shout out to Detroit. It's so cold in the D. But people make me sick when they be like, oh, she playing with me like I ain't from Brooklyn.
Oh, that still goes on. I thought that went out.
People get their ass beat every day in Brooklyn.
Thank you, B. Any corner of the damn country, the world. You gonna find somebody that will F you up. Yeah.
Every 30 seconds, someone is getting their ass beat in the toughest borough in their city. Like, what?
Straight up. No, that's facts. I'm glad you said that because that's something for years that it needed to be. I didn't even know people were still doing that.
I got a few things. Shout out to the people who announce what city they from, because like that's supposed to be a threat. Shout out to the people who announce how old they are. Like that matters to me. Yes. It only matters to me to show me how immature you are that you announcing your age, right?
Word.
Now, here I am again. I'm in the retrospective bag. Because I will announce my age. I'll be like, yo, I'm like 48 years old. Like, I'm too old to be dealing with this. I'll do it in that sense.
But that's a whole different, not like in public announcing it. And the whole 33. Time you're calling somebody immature. Like you're literally the whole.
Now, I'm not one to be petty. But sometimes I have petty characteristics.
Everybody do.
While he's announcing that he's 33 and while he's telling everybody to kiss his ass and his whole ass, in SMD, he said, y'all still mad at me for something that I did when I was 17. Christopher Brown, the record shows that this event happened in 2009, which would have made you 19 and a half. Sorry.
I am so glad you cleared that up because I'm tired of hearing that. I listened to one of them. I'm not going to get them a free shout out. One of the other podcasts, and they're like, yeah, he was only 17. Y'all on him. He was 17. Like this 17. I was tired of hearing that 17. Thank you for clearing it. Thank you for confirming that because I did not think he was 17.
Chris Brown's birthday is in May. This event happened January 2009. He was 19 and a half.
Lies.
Depending on who you ask, 19 3/4.
Yeah, and you're a whole adult. And that's a big difference because you're talking about 17 and 19. Hey, listen.
Okay. All right. But see, but that's the thing. There's the lack of accountability again. You're trying to paint yourself as this immature child who did whatever you did. Granted, I done made stupid behind mistakes deep in my 20s. But what I'm saying is I don't try to use my age as a crutch. I'm not trying to use my age as a, as some type of excuse as we're seeing here. And it's like, Chris, you being loud and wrong with your own facts. So how am I supposed to believe that you trying to clear your name if you being loud and wrong with your own Carfax report?
Yeah, and you're a repeat offender. Like that's where he loses me at too.
The
like
repeat offender.
Because how old were you when you went through it with Carucci? So what age is that? So yeah, so I get it. Yeah, Chris needs help. That's all.
He does. And the saddest part of all of this. Oh, and then excuse me. I'm sorry. Back to.
Oh yeah, Blue. How he dragged in.
Yeah. So then he posts photos of several different white men, including Tom Sizemore, who we prayed for earlier. Tom Sizemore, you have Steven Seagal, you have Sean Penn in here, you got Mel Gibson in here, you got Nicolas Cage in here. And then unfortunately it didn't stop there. Blueface decided that he was going to respond. And then Blueface Mama jumped in it. And Mama Face responded.
Carlos.
And guess what Kiely said? After all this popped off, she posted a meme of herself drinking a glass of wine. And she said, I got this man typing today, child. This man done lost his whole mind.
She already knew.
But Kiely did not get out of this unscathed either, because she ended up having to remove all the photos of her children from social media because Team Breezy started going into the comment sections of her social media page and attacking her kids and talking about her children.
Y'all some real low lives like that.
But what do you expect from Team Breezy? Look at the leader.
I know, but I'm just
look at the leader.
This is nuts. Y'all got to go find God, man.
and God sit there like, I ain't even hiding. I'm sitting right here. Y'all ain't got to play hide and seek with me. I'm right.
But you're right. I see your point. With it,
these fan bases,
right,
act according to their leader.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, absolutely right.
Look how the Mattel dolls act.
Yeah, true. No, you did.
They are a reflection of their leader.
And yeah. So I get that's nuts. I did not realize she had that. That's horrible.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Yeah,
man, stay off of the social media with that. But Kiely should have just minded her damn business. She didn't have to say anything at all.
Absolutely. Now, all I'm saying is, if you see gunshots and you run towards the gunshots and you catch a stray,
can't even be straight up for real.
So be it. Yeah. Because this had absolutely nothing to do with her. Are you upset because the collaboration wasn't with you? Because see, here's the thing. Another thing about Kiely, because we need to address Kiely. Now, Kiely, while you tried to be the people's champ who were advocating against Chris Brown doing this music with Chloe, let the record show that we, the people, have not forgotten about your Kentucky Fried Chicken violence against Naturi Naughton.
Yes.
And since we going back to people's Carfax reports, we're going to pull yours too. Because one might say, oh, I'm surprised she hasn't said, oh, I was 17.
Right. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You'll have the same Carfax or the same excuse song as Chris Brown. You just do the remix.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, if you live in a glass house, let those pebbles stay on the ground.
Straight up.
And what you did, trying to jump out there and bring attention to yourself by trying to be the people's champ and going after Chris Brown, all you did was make us remember your KFC abuse towards Naturi Naughton.
Yeah.
And on top of that, then videos started resurfacing of Naturi and her talking about what they did to her when she was in 3LW. And now Naturi has pieced it up with Adrian Bylon,
Right,
and now
right.
they hanging out together with their husbands.
And you
Now
sitting out-
you the boo boo the fool that's sitting at home, and we trying to figure out if you got a real
and they
job.
leveled up. Yeah,
And they leveled up. We trying to figure out if you got a stable, financially stable,
and if your life is broken,
and if your life is broken, because it's looking lame. It must suck right now. So that's the thing. I didn't even.
Yeah, that's messy.
The element that you added that both of them leveled up.
Yeah.
So
For real, they
what
did.
rotten
This
seeds
bitter,
have you?
bitter.
What rotten seeds have you sown
Straight up. Yup.
that you
Yeah.
are now reaping?
Yeah, for real.
You are the least successful one out of the whole crew
Yeah.
when you and your family was the ones in charge of the group.
Kicked it off, right? That's what I thought. Yeah,
And
that's
kicked
what's
off the abuse and kicked off the mistreatment. And
Yeah.
now, because God, let me tell you something. Because God don't miss.
No, he don't. Not
God
at
planner
all.
look crazy. The files that he got on all of us look nuts.
Yes,
And he
straight
got
up.
your file. So that's the thing about Kiely. Like, it's almost like, well, it might be right message, wrong messenger. And so that's the thing. Like the other day, speech from Arrested Development, he had posted something about Charleston White, and he was like, yo, one thing about Charleston White, he ain't never said, he speak nothing but truth. And I was like, all right, Speech, because Speech is an ICC friend. Shout out to Speech from Arrested Development. But I was like, Speech, right message, wrong messenger, perhaps. Because sometimes it's hard for people to digest a message based off of who's coming from. You think I didn't have people jump right in them comments? Why is he the wrong messenger? How he the wrong messenger? Well, because I saw Charleston White. I also saw videos of Charleston White in a car kikiing and laughing about a girl he raped, allegedly.
Yeah.
Like, do we need a whole class on right message, wrong messenger? Like, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Right.
So
That's true that.
with that being said, but yeah, we don't went down the Chris Brown rabbit hole. But listen, at the end of the day, I want to see Chris Brown redeem himself. I want to see Chris Brown get his act together, get his life together, get his emotions, like his mind, body, and soul together. I really want that, because not only is he just a man, but he is a man who is a father of 3 beautiful children. Imagine, child, be like, it's daddy's weekend. Oh, I ain't going over there.
Right. Yeah, that's a mess.
He's a father of 3, and he got 2 daughters on top of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God made sure he blessed him with them girls.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I want Chris Brown, I want you, I want me, I want all of us to be the best version of ourselves and to put in the work to do whatever it takes to be the best version of ourselves. Because I could tell you I am not the best version of myself every day. But thanks to Karla, thanks to the fact that I got Karla on speed dial, it helps a lot. Because Karla be saving a lot of y'all.
Vice versa.
Because when I be ready to get in my Chris Brown bag and tell y'all to kiss my whole ass.
Man, y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know.
Be saving y'all from a lot of
y'all, some of y'all be deserving it. I'll do it for her. It ain't for y'all. Damn sure ain't for you. Let me put that out there.
Yeah, I need a shirt that say Karla be saving me, saving y'all from a whole lot of me. Because I be ready. I be on go. I be ready.
Man, but, they all know. And you got bars.
Yeah. So listen, sending love to Chris Brown, sending love to everyone who has been impacted by Chris Brown in whatever way, shape, or form you've been impacted by Chris Brown. But at the end of the day, again, I send prayers to him and everyone impacted by him, because at the end of the day, I want everyone to be the best version of themselves and live their best life and have the opportunity to grow and change and earn forgiveness and live in that growth. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get it telling people to kiss your whole ass.
No, and you got to put in the work too. Just like you said, the key word was work. Like,
yeah, man,
you got to put in the work. I can say anything. You could say anything, but until I see it, how many times have somebody told you something and you're like, yeah, but you're doing something totally different. So you need to see the action. Absolutely.
You can show me better than you can tell me. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
And that concludes Chris Brown Hour. So we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's show. We hope you are enjoying the show thus far. We invite you to be a part of the show by dropping down in the comments wherever you listen and share your thoughts, views, and opinions with us, because I'm going to read them.
Right now.
All right, Karla. So speaking of people who we ain't ask you for this, Big Dip from Goody Mob, he has He's the latest victim of art of dialogue. Shout out to Art of Dialogue, because y'all be victimizing people out here. Big Gift is the latest victim of Art of Dialogue. And this man got on that show and said, if Tupac was still alive, Beyonce would be with him and not Jay-Z. Sir, sir, that's a huge assumption to make.
And how did he come to get to that?
First things first, if Tupac was still here, Jada Pinkett Smith would be with.
Word. That's what I'm saying. How you skip all the way over Jada? Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, exactly. You would never wouldn't be no Jaden, wouldn't be no Willow.
No. Yeah, no,
forgive me, but I'm just saying.
Like, first things first. And let's keep it 100. Since we living in the land of assumptions, let's make some more assumptions. First things first, Beyonce would not be able to handle Tupac.
No,
that energy.
No, can you imagine?
Matthew Knowles would not have even allowed her to go on a date with that man. Okay.
That is pure comedy.
Listen, no.
I think about the whole big picture of it. Like
the whole big picture. The Beyonce that would have matched the Tupac during that era. No, ma'am, no God. Matthew Knowles was not gonna let Tupac Shakur come to his house.
Close. Yeah.
See about his daughter. And Tupac would have had a better chance with Solange because he said when Tupac said, me and my girlfriend look for me, you picture Solange. You do not picture Beyonce standing there.
Shout out to Solange.
Shout out to Solange. It would have been Solange, not Beyonce. Solange was the one that I pictured sneaking out the house at night. Beyonce be like, girl, you better not let mama catch you come back in that window.
Yeah.
Listen, Solange the one.
Yeah, true that.
Mr. Gift.
Solange. Yeah.
It's Solange. Solange is the one that can match Pac energy.
I wonder what made him say, like, so what made him come to that?
Well, they were talking about like top rappers and the fact that Jay-Z is considered the top rapper, so he ends up having the top girl in the game.
Gotcha.
Because here's the thing, and now I'm going down the rabbit hole, but conversations have been had before. If Jay-Z and Beyonce, God forbid that Jay-Z and Beyonce, when he was doing all that messing with the Becky with the good hair, Beyonce had decided to walk.
Right.
Who they gonna date?
I know. That's so true.
Who they gonna date?
Yeah.
She would either have to go to a top athlete.
She'd have to go to like some billion
or some type of mogul
billionaire that owns oil or something. Like,
yes. She would have had to go. Remember when Rihanna was messing with that joker overseas, the little oil tycoon? It would have had to be.
You listen.
And then came back here to ASAP. Child. I love you, Riri.
Because the heart love, y'all. I love her.
The heart love.
What it want. There, exactly.
So
that's so funny.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, we would have to go tycoon on them.
No, that's the truth. No, that's damn. You made me think. That is so true. Who else?
At this point, they gotta stay together.
Yeah. Damn.
They got to. They breaking each other Grammy records and all that. Like, anything out of that is going to be going down.
Yeah,
it's dating down.
Yeah, that is so true.
So, you know, but Mr. Gibb, we didn't ask for this. We didn't.
At all.
I'm sorry. And then in another interview, he talked about DJ Khaled said we the best. What he the best at? Sir.
Oh my gosh. Why he coming for Khaled?
When the last time Goody Mob had a hit?
Word. And why you coming for Khaled? The most positive, you can't get no more positive than Khaled. Like, see, I know he could be annoying.
Gift is giving miserable. It's giving miserable. That's all. It's giving miserable at this point. That's it. It's giving miserable. I'm sorry.
Shout out the Art of Dialogue.
Okay. The Art of Dialogue is victimizing people.
Yeah, I mean, straight up.
Listen, at this point, you know what? I don't even care who you interview, long as you leave Keith Murray alone.
Word.
Leave that man alone.
Sidebar. Speaking of Keith Murray, I watched. They asked Fredro Starr about Keith in that interview, and Fredro like, yeah, man, that's my bro. This, that, and other. He basically saying that Keith was just putting on. I don't believe it. Like, basically, Keith was in character. He knows him, so he might be, but that was a hell of a. He need to get in the acting then.
Listen, because that was an Oscar-winning performance right there. They was giving nights like this. I wish raindrops would fall and all that.
Straight up. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was you had triggered that once you said. I literally just watched it when you said Keith. All right.
Yes, girl. All right. So the people's look, I'm guessing it's my generation. We mad at Camille Winbush because she got an OnlyFans. Now, some of y'all might be like, who Camille Winbush? Y'all, Camille Winbush is Nessa from the Bernie Mac show. Nessa. Listen, now.
I'm laughing because that's so hilarious just to hear it. Like just the way you can.
Nessa. Because, Bernie Mac, Nessa gave Bernie Mac hell, boy. And, so my thing is this. Camille just celebrated her 33rd birthday. She is good and grown.
Yes.
And she's beautiful. Lord, she is beautiful. She is.
She always been.
Lord.
Yeah.
Beautiful, really beautiful girl. And y'all big mad at her because she got an OnlyFans page. Now, Camille has announced that she has entered her villain era, which basically gonna let y'all know what type of time she on. Okay. She has entered her villain era. So she gonna do what she want to do. She gonna say what she want to say. And y'all just going to deal with it. So basically, she took to Twitter and she wrote, "The trolls are hungry again, so here's some food for thought." Oh, now see, here come the classy snap. Here come the classy snap.
And witty, intelligent.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I stand a witty clapback. She said, "I've never been arrested, never been on drugs, don't have any baby daddies. I pay all my taxes. I drink water and I mind the business that pays me." So let me tell you how she done fired 5 shots at me in just the first sentence. This girl she done shot me dead, girl. She done shot me dead. She shot me with, "I ain't never been arrested." Check. Well, no. She ain't shoot me all the way dead. I'm in critical condition. I ain't never been on drugs. So she ain't shoot me right there. Yeah. Don't have any baby daddies. Pew, pew. I got shot. I pay all my taxes. Pew, pew. I just paid off my taxes, though. I just paid them off. So I'm back in the game now. I just got a blood transfusion. I drink water. I got water on my desk right now. So listen.
You coming through.
They taking me off the ventilator. And I mind the business that pays me. Now, here's where it gets tricky.
Yeah, but
minding other business, minding people
what
business
pays you. So you're fine. Pull her off, take her out of ICU. You're good. Listen, I had a couple shots.
Condition now. I'm in stable condition now.
Yo, you dumb.
Woo.
Yeah, I got shot a couple times too, but it's all right.
Like you said, but it's
I wasn't even minding your business like that, Nessa. I wasn't even over here. I was minding my business and I had heard about it.
No, I had heard about it.
Said you was on the we was like said you was on the OnlyFans. Why they put a "the" in front of everything?
Down to the welfare. Child, I was down to the welfare trying to get the wick.
Not the wick. Yes, everything.
Okay, so wait. All right, so now that Karla and I are both in stable condition, I can continue her statement. She said, "If the most scandalous thing, strangers..." Oh, another clap.
Yes.
Y'all don't know me. You're strangers. I don't care how many seasons you saw Nessa go back and forth with Uncle Bernie. Y'all strangers. Remember, you don't know me. You just watch the character I play on TV.
You might have seen me in it. Listen,
you might see me in the streets, but Shawty, you know me. All right, so she said, "If the most scandalous thing strangers can say about me is that I took some sexy pics as an adult and made a couple of million..." Bang.
Everybody, a lot of folks been shot because a lot of us ain't seen. I've been
man, please.
A million?
The only time I see a mill when I'm writing milestone. MIL. I wait for a second. ESTON. What? She said it made a couple mil in 2 years. I think I'm doing all right as a human in today's society. Ma'am,
Listen,
sir,
get
ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call a classy
straight up.
clapback.
Period.
I might have lost some blood in the first paragraph, but still.
Nothing else need to be said. She wrapped that up right. Listen, mind y'all business.
She wasn't done. Camille Simone Winbush will never be a disgrace. So miss me with all that bull. Happy Black History Month. # villain era. Oh, she closed the casket. Come on, Nessa. Nessa did that. Nessa did that.
She did.
Uncle Bernie would be proud.
Good for her. Straight up. Good for her.
She did that. But here's the kid. Oh, but you know me being me. Sometimes I wear regular boots and sometimes I wear petty boots. I found a tweet on August 8th, 2022, where Camille wrote, "She might start an OnlyFans. Just kidding. I could never."
Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, you just see that's what social media do. Y'all got y'all thoughts ain't always supposed to go out there on the tweet.
No, they not. Now, if y'all upset about Nessa,
times got hard on her ass.
I'm gonna need y'all to sit down for a second. Cause y'all baby girl on the OnlyFans too.
Oh, we all knew about baby girl though. I feel like baby girl was on the gram a couple years ago doing some shit that was suspect.
Don't do baby girl, Karla. Don't do baby girl. You know it's always the youngest one. You know it's always the youngest. You know they got to rebel. One. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy, Jesus. You know it's always the youngest one. It is always.
Shout out to them, but at the end of the day, when they grown, y'all, like. The fact that people are getting upset to me is crazy. Like I'm joking and stuff, but they're grown.
Yeah, they grown. I mean, baby girl got what, 2-3 kids? Baby, 2 kids, 3 kids. I mean, they grown.
But just be careful. You got to be very careful, depending on what you want. What's the end goal? You know what I'm saying? That's what. So.
Not Nessa getting in the comments a baby girl's OnlyFans announcement saying, "Yes, now Jay need to take his shirt off so we can really."
Oh Lord, no. Please, no.
What y'all gonna do is leave Jeremy Suarez out of this.
Yes.
Oh Lord, Jordan.
That's funny though. I love that she did that. Like shout out to her for flipping that for real.
Yeah, she flipped the script on him. All right, so y'all mad at Tiger Woods because Tiger Woods is down to the Tiger Woods.
Another one. It's the Carfax, man.
Yeah, but he down to the Genesis Open and putting tampons in people's hands.
Yeah, now but listen, that's like a thing.
But listen, I think a lot of y'all missed the bigger play here. Tiger beat the dude in the drive, right? He outdrove him in the drive. I don't know how to talk golf talk.
Ninth hole.
I know I'm making some of y'all upset. He outdrove him in the drive, right? He walks up to him. They walking along each other, and he puts a tampon in his hand, right? Justin Thomas, hurry up, throw the tampon down. And Tiger, and y'all got upset, saying that was so. What's the word they use? Misogynistic. I don't know what words y'all were putting on Tiger. Yep. Did y'all not realize that Tiger was telling Justin that he was a P word? So he was giving him a tampon to insert it.
Period.
He was calling him a couche.
Yes.
But some of y'all just be mad. Y'all just all right. So anyway, moving along because some stuff don't even come on, man. Y'all be mad.
And just real quick, there were female golfers like pissed off. They weren't even mad. They said it's a thing. Female golfers do it to guys. Like one female, well-known female golfer. Her name's like Alejandro Bernard or something like that. She's a pro golfer. I heard they were interviewing her, and she's like, "Yeah, I just did it to a guy last week because I beat him." So this is like this is a thing. I even pulled up a thread on Twitter, like where all the female golfers are like pissed off, like, "What are you doing? This is what we do."
Wow.
So once again,
here we go.
But it got publicized. It's the camera. Once again, you got cameras because that's probably been done all the time, but we just never saw it.
But here's the thing, though. All it takes is for one person to be loud and mad for other people to hop on the gravy train.
True that.
Kylie did it. Kylie tried to do it with Chris Brown. All it takes is one person.
It's like this sickum mentality. I say sickum because it's almost like it's
sickum.
Like it.
I remember Sickum. Some of y'all too older.
Yeah.
No, that's Stickum. Sorry.
You was great. Kill it though. I'm sorry.
Some of y'all just got triggered by that. Like, oh, she about to do it.
Yeah, I did.
I saw you. Got hype. Oh my goodness. Okay. So really, really quickly. So so y'all mad about that. But Karla, thank you for the insight on that. So I'm just about to start walking around just putting tampons in random stranger.
But since y'all wasting them, get them tampons to the shelters.
Okay. How about that?
They're needed. And local school districts. Child, don't let me get in my bag. Okay. I was mad at the tampon was being wasted.
Okay. Dropping it on the ground.
Right.
Somebody walked back past there later on that day like,
right.
No tampon left behind. Y'all got me messed up. Jess Hilarious says Master P owes her $15,000 for her participation in I Got the Hookup Part 2. Listen, if Romeo told y'all his daddy didn't give him the bread, I mean, what else is there to discuss?
True that. 15 rats though? God damn.
Okay.
Run that bread, P. I'd be mad.
Dude, listen.
That's anything more than 10, I'll be mad. And I'm saying that like I got a whole lot. Anything more than 5.
Listen, every time somebody mentioned Master P, you would hear me talk about that $15,000.
Straight up. Damn, P. So that's what I said. Everybody not gonna say. I think you always say everybody ain't lying.
Everybody ain't gonna tell the same lie on you.
Yes.
Everybody ain't gonna tell the same lie on you.
Nah.
I'm trying to. Let's take a break. Let's take a quick break. And then when I come back, let's get into some good news because I want to separate these topics. But yeah, when we come back, we're going to get into some good news. We're going to talk TV, a little bit of movies, and then we're going to get the H up out of here. Okay. All right. All right, ICC friends, we are back. So, Karla, I got some good news. It was horrible news that turned into good news. So, over the weekend, there was a rumor that began stating that Cassi Davis, who stars as Ella Payne on House of Pain, had passed away.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
And whomever wrote this post went as far as giving her a diagnosis, saying that she died from cancer. And I had people reaching out to me, asking me about it. And I was like, listen, I'm here in Atlanta. Cassi Davis is that girl.
Yes.
God forbid if the Lord had called her home down here in Atlanta, trust and believe it would not be on some random ass website that you never heard of before. And we have to, it's funny how I feel like I always get the 2-step authentication, right? When I write stuff, but other people, they'll just believe anything they see on other sites. But with me, they got to run me through a verification process of everything that I tell you. When I'm the only one around here, and I'm saying that facetiously because I'm not assuming that I'm the only one, but I feel like nobody goes through a 2-step authentication check harder than me.
No, straight facts.
Checking and double checking. I'm making a list and checking it twice like I'm Santa Claus. But y'all always want me to verify or prove and everything that I get. I believe it when I see it on TMZ. And what TMZ told y'all Lil Wayne was dying.
Right. Yeah.
Lest we forget.
Nobody's perfect, though. And that's the thing. But you definitely make sure that you're credible, period.
Bestie. Putting lung cancer on a woman and killing her at the age of 58. That's like, come on, son. And horrible. Nobody thought to her Wikipedia didn't even say she was gone. Because y'all love going to Wikipedia. Yeah. Y'all do know Wikipedia is written by the public, right?
Yeah, they don't get it. You can change somebody's wiki.
I sure can. I could go make Sierra the queen of Doritos if I wanted to. And y'all come on, man. So anyway, Tyler Perry took to social media and shut all of it down. And he shared this really funny story about how he called her and said, "Girl, are you dead? Because ain't nobody tell me." And she was like, "Hell no." So
I thought that was so cute.
Yeah, it was really cute the way Tyler Perry handled it. But, you got to be really careful the way that you speak over people. And one of the things that always just sits in my spirit, like a couple times this week, we had some stories come through and Jay and I had to have a meeting about them. Like, do we want to put this out? Like, I feel like this not the right message, or this potentially could start drama between people. And I'm not saying that we have the power to create drama, but I definitely don't want to put a log on the fireplace if there's a spark. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that everyone is mindful of what you share. It don't hurt to do a little Google check or to reach out to somebody else and say, hey girl, you heard anything about this?
Yeah.
It don't hurt. Reach out to me. I'll tell you, like,
people are lazy and they want to be first. And I think death is something you're going to always see that kind of stuff because for some reason we get excited about reporting others' death.
Oh, I don't know what the excitement is about.
I don't either. That creeps me out.
Man, we'd be so happy to tell you somebody else that somebody gone.
Yeah.
Why?
It's crazy.
But anyway, so let's keep it good news. We are happy to report that Cassi Davis is fine. And according to Tyler Perry, she is living her best life worry-free. And she's preparing to film the next season of House of Pain. So just thank God. Thank God for that. And shame on whoever was responsible for starting such an ugly rumor about such a beautiful person.
For real.
Congratulations to Ice-T, the original gangster. He received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame last week. Listen, Ice-T is proof that your ass can evolve from whatever you were.
Yes, for real.
Whatever you were.
He's a perfect example of it. He really is.
I love me some Ice-T. Now, it's a few times, when him and Coco get out and get to be acting like, I don't know. It's just something in me that make me feel like the pimpin' Ice-T didn't die when he married Coco. And when him and Coco out together, it just be giving pimpin' hoe to me. And I struggle with it. And, but they love each other. They are a sweet, loving couple. And little Chanel Nicole just tickle my spirit. A mess. And I just, what I hope? I hope that she grow up with her dad whole ass personality, like this little biracial girl that looks so unsuspecting, but when she opened her mouth, she give you nothing but iced tea in 1989. I want her at school calling the kids little bees and hoes. And I just went all iced tea out of that baby.
I got a feeling that she probably is. Yeah, something in my spirit tell me she got that bad personality.
I need it because I don't want nobody's dusty behind son playing with Chanel Nicole. All right. So, and other good news, Judge Mathis, listen, when one judge's chambers closes, another judge's chambers opens. Yeah. So Warner Brothers tried to put the axe on Judge Mathis, but God did.
Like God he always did.
And Judge Mathis has now landed a new court TV show called Mathis Court. And it will be airing this fall on Justice Central, which is a network owned by Byron Allen. Listen, Byron Allen out here
getting it. And he's so under, like, we don't talk about him enough.
No, we
don't. You know what I mean? Nobody covers Byron enough and what he's done.
Nope. Y'all talk about Suge Knight first.
Yeah.
Byron Allen out here, listen. He is truly riding around and getting it.
Exactly.
So don't play. So congratulations to Judge Mathis. Now, I happened to be on YouTube last night and I saw Tasha K on and she was live. And I was like, let me see what Tasha talking about. And she was talking about Judge Mathis. And I know Tasha K put on for her city. And I know she can oftentimes be controversial, end up in court, being sued, the whole nine. We know. But much like Charleston White, a clock can be right 2 times a day.
Oh, yeah.
And Tasha made a point last night that I was almost upset that I heard. And I truly, honestly feel like a lot of times in my life, I tell you all the time, I'll call you like, yo, soon as I logged into Instagram, this is the first thing I saw. It's almost like God wanted me to see it, or either the devil wanted me to see it to steal my joy. But like God wanted me to see this, or I was supposed to see this. And she talked about how when Judge Mathis took to social media, he released a statement and he talked about how, yes, his show was canceled. He thanked everybody for the outpouring of love. And he said that, when he brings back this judge show, he said he's going to be back. But when he comes back, he wants to make sure it's with a Black network and a Black studio. He said, because what's happening with these white studios is that oftentimes they flip this, flip the script and switch up when people push for more African-American images. Right. So he said one studio, he won't name, has been accused of firing all of the people of color and replacing them with white people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tasha may be half right, but the point that she made was, if Judge Mathis knew all of that was going on, because she made the assumption that this is what's happening at Warner Brothers, right? So she made the assumption, which may or may not be true.
Right.
She made the assumption of this is what's happening at Warner Brothers. And she was like, but Judge, you had to be fired to leave.
Mm-hmm.
If you knew or you were aware that they were allegedly firing all the people of color and replacing them with white men and women, primarily white men, why did it take for you to get canceled to walk away and leave? And she said, and then you prop yourself up in the position of, I'm aligning with a black studio and black network and black media. And it was like, but you had to be pushed out the door from another studio who was allegedly asking black people to replace them with white folks. And I hated that I heard that, but it really made me look at it like, yo,
it's the truth.
And just to take it off, because not too much on Judge Mathis, but just to take it off of him and broaden the scope of it, a lot of times we are in places where we know they not doing right and they mistreating, right? But a lot of us are in positions where we can't necessarily just up and walk away because we have bills to pay, we got families to feed, or can we?
Well, first of all, what I see it as is this is what happens when you're not black until something happens to you.
I knew like that was
celebrities. Coming. Yeah, you're not black.
I knew Karla X was about to show up. Yeah. Come on, Karla X.
You wrong. But
no,
let's be real though. No, but
I'm wrong, but you right.
No, but you know how it goes, right? Like now, I hate to bring Kanye into it, but it kind of almost reminds you of Kanye in the sense of now you want to come back to the, because I've never heard Judge Mathis ever until now complain about anything as far as that show, the producers. He actually had a mirror working there, right? So my question is, so when they was pushing these black people, or supposedly, if this is where it took place, if all this was going on there, your son was like a producer for a while. So was it going on then or not? And it was good for you because it wasn't happening to the Mathis family. This shit was going on, but it wasn't. It was all good because it wasn't happening direct. It didn't directly affect you. I just feel like that's how we are, especially when we get to a certain level. If it does not directly impact you,
it's all good till it ain't you.
It exists. It don't exist today
until it impacts you.
Until it impacts you.
And now we want to no Roger, no rerun, no rent outside and have people protest for us.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I'm so glad she brought that point up because I didn't even think. I saw his statement and I'm like, wait a minute. But Judge, if this, and you're a judge, right? The perfect person too. He's totally in a position to make change and address it. So that like you were saying, yes, some of us are put in your everyday people that count on their checks every week. Some of us have to be put in situations, but even then, you don't have to quit your job. But there's other ways around it. We always can do something. Like even if it's like getting with a couple of y'all at lunchtime and saying, "Listen, I don't like how stuff's going. I heard about a job. Maybe we should try to." Even if it's applying to another something, you can do something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You're right. You're right.
He definitely at a certain level, Judge Mathis was the perfect person to address that. Call him out for it because you had the resources you had. You could start just like you're going to start your own show. You could have did that before. Judge Mathis started his own show years ago. Let's keep it.
Let's keep a buck. Because I started trying to shoot him bail because I love him even though he treated me like garbage when I met him. But I was like maybe he didn't leave because he was contractually obligated. Like he didn't want to deal with all that. But no,
right.
His bread was probably nice and fine. Like I see y'all when I get to the Black Network.
Yeah,
y'all all the black people that got fired. Yeah. Hey, y'all go over there to Byron. Byron got y'all. Go to Byron. I'll see y'all crackheads later.
Y'all, no straight up. Yo, you stupid.
Go to Byron.
Straight up. And then it's when you really look at it, it's like. Everybody knows that judges they get to, I don't know what age it is, but when they get to a certain age, they cancel them. They've done it with all of the judges, right? And then I think he's in his feelings because I truly believe he was canceled because he aged out. That's just me. Because even Judy aged out and then she had to reinvent herself and come with another. And I mean, of course, we're talking about a different.
But wait, can we just do again? Let's just slide back around real quick and give Byron Allen some love because listen,
straight up,
Byron Allen out here. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick because
please pull up his car fact. Like Byron Allen, I think that we need to do like they need a documentary on Byron Allen if it's not one already. When you look
Byron
at what
Allen
he's really
been
done
out here fighting folks in court for our rights
for years,
trying to buy man, they've been playing in Byron Allen. Byron Allen is that dude. Listen, let me tell y'all all the people Byron Allen done saved over there with his Allen group, okay? Because apparently y'all don't know. But where is that? Because I got a list. Did I? Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. Went to the wrong post, y'all. Hold on. I got to tell y'all who Byron Allen done saved out here.
Please do. And it's so, I just don't understand why he doesn't get talked about more. It's definitely, I don't know why they're sleeping on that documentary either. When you look at his car effect.
Okay, if y'all give us some funding, me and Karla do it.
Right? Seriously.
All right, so look. Wait, why I can't find the list? Hold on. I'm going to find this list. Please hold. Okay. As of right now, Byron Allen, over there, he got Judge Kevin Ross, Judge Maybelline. He got Judge Christina Perez. He got Judge Karen Mill Francis. He got Glenda Hatchett over there. He got Lauren Lake over there. And he got Ebony K. Williams over there. I'm going to tell him right now, he need to go get Judge Millian.
Latina. He might as well go. He's probably about to.
Go get Millian. That's
probably the next move.
Because she deserved to keep the job.
She does. She's the hands down to me. She was the best people's court judge to me in my time. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk TV and movies, and then we're going to get out of here. I think I told y'all that last time, but I meant it. But you know, sometimes we get just a little wound up. All right. We'll be right back, guys. All right, ICC friends, we are back. As always, we thank you for tuning in, and be sure to be a part of the show by dropping down in the comments. Wherever you listen to the Ice Cream Convos podcast, let us know your thoughts, views, and opinions on all of the topics we discussed today, and visit icecreamconvos.com to get more on these stories. All right, so let's talk some TV. So as we mentioned before the break, People's Court got canceled as well after 26 seasons. So we're going to need Judge Millian to call Byron. Remember Byron? Be like, Byron.
Oh, you doing that, Byron? I'm Byron.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still see, that go to show. See how black people is. We got something for everything. Because I'm like, Byron. And you like, Byron. Yep. Okay. So Snowfall, the 6th and final season of Snowfall premieres tonight on FX. Be sure to tune in to see how it all ends for Franklin Saint and the Saint family. Bel Air season 2 premieres on Thursday, February 23rd on Peacock. Apple TV Plus has released 2 new trailers, one for the Big Door Prize and the other for Tetris. Shout out to everybody who used to play Tetris back in the day.
Man, classic. Love Tetris.
All right. HBO Max has released the trailer for Marlon, God Loves Me, which is a forthcoming stand-up comedy special. Now, y'all know me and Marlon had a rocky relationship. He used to be my guy, and then he violated, hurt my feelings. And but in the spirit of forgiveness, I am still trying to support Marlon. But in the spirit of truth,
right? What?
In the trailer, y'all, he talking about having a crush on Jada Pinkett Smith, and he talking about the Oscar slap and what he would have did if he was Chris Rock if Will Smith had slapped him. Yeah, so I'm just letting you know right there, like that, right there. Just go to Ice Cream Convos. Just go to icecreamconvos.com where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news, and watch this trailer for yourself, because I don't want to be held. I don't want to be liable for throwing dirt on nobody's trailer. Okay,
I know that's right.
Hulu has released the official trailer for their forthcoming film Boston Strangler, which is based off the true story of the Boston Strangler. I think that was kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Starz has announced that season 2 of Run the World will premiere on May 26th. The girls are big. The girls are back. So they will be back this spring. And last and certainly not least in TV news, 2 Chainz and Neo are joining the cast of BMF season 3. And I just want to take this moment to talk to the ICC friends who are perpetually out of pocket. For all of you who said that Neo better not take off his hat when he on BMF, I'm going to kick y'all up.
Yeah.
Why y'all got to be like this? Why y'all gotta act like that? Why you wanna act like that? All right. So in movie scoop, oh Lord, I just gotta alert that said Joe Biden fell up the stairs of Air Force One again.
Oh, is he all right?
His knees probably skint up.
You know what?
I'm sure he all right, but he took a little skin off the top. Lord Jesus.
We gotta pray for Joe. Man.
Oh my God, man. All right. So in movie news, took the fam to see Ant-Man in the quantum physics, whatever the damn movie. Boy, all I'm gonna say is I slept so good. I slept so good that when I got home that night, I was sitting up past my bedtime because I had slept too good in the movie theater.
Are you serious?
That's all I'm gonna say about that. Shout out to Jonathan Majors, though. He did an excellent job as Kang. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Marvel Cinematic Universe will do with that particular character. But listen, me and my family, the Bryants as a whole, we gonna stand 10 toes down on. We are not going to see any more Ant-Man films ever in this life or the next. We done.
Oh, y'all done?
We done. We done.
That's it.
We done.
Wrap it up. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. If you get that type of sleep,
Ant-Man was.
Oh man,
we not going no more Ant-Man films. Yeah. Now, if I got to tell you about a bad film, I have to be. I got to be balanced. I got to tell you about a fantastic film. It's called Sharper. It's on Apple TV Plus.
Okay.
I can't tell you nothing about the plot because the whole plot's so sick. Even if I try to tell you about the film, I'm going to ruin it.
Oh man. All right. So we just got to go check it out for ourselves.
Go see for yourself. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up because it sounds like the signal getting kind of janky on the podcast. All kind of shit just falling apart. Timer up.
Straight up. Not now, please.
Yeah, timer up. So thank you all for tuning into today's show. As always, we encourage you to like and subscribe to the podcast. Let people know why you love the ICC podcast. Write us a review, man. Just tell somebody you like us, okay? Or just give us a star or something, okay? So we would greatly appreciate that. Karla, you got any closing words, baby girl?
They will say, be kind, hydrate, and y'all stop letting people deflate your balloon. A couple people I've talked to and recently, people can be deflating, but just keep going. You're gonna always have somebody poking holes in your boat instead of paddling. But it's not gonna stop you from getting upstream.
I am people. Yeah. I am people. She talking about me. I am people. I was and this Friday night, 8 p.m. On OWN, they are doing the Ready to Love 100 episode special. Be sure to tune in because your girl gonna make a cameo on OWN. I'm officially a colleague of Oprah Winfrey.
Let's get it.
So yes, if you visit my Instagram page, you will see like the little teaser and you will catch a glimpse of me. Y'all, I got lipstick on. I'm ready for y'all hoes. I got lipstick on. I'm gonna be on OWN, y'all, with lipstick on. So yes, be sure to check it out this Friday night, 8 p.m. 7 Central on OWN, the Ready to Love 100 episode special. And leading up to the special, I did sit down with nephew Tommy Miles and we talked about the show, talked about Black love. We talked about his acting career. We had a really, really good convo. So that is available.
Dope interview.
Thank you, bestie. So visit icecreamconvos.com to check that out, or you can go directly to the Ice Cream Convos YouTube page to watch. All right. So so that's all for now. Love you like I did yesterday, and I'm gonna love you a little bit more tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week. ICC.
We all we got.
All right. Peace.
See ya.
Ice cream conversation. Ice cream conversation.